My topic is brand image in detail explain, and let's go to the topic and let's go to the start. Brand image refers to the overall reputation, perception, and identity that a company or brand has in the minds of consumers. It is how a brand is perceived by its target audience, including its reputation, messaging, values, unique selling proposition, and overall identity. A positive brand image can create brand loyalty, attract new customers, and increase sales, while a negative brand image can damage reputation and decrease customer trust in the brand. Building and maintaining a strong and positive brand image is crucial for the success of any business. It requires consistent messaging, high-quality products or services, excellent customer service, and a strong overall brand identity. Companies must actively work to build and protect their brand image through various strategies, including advertising, public relations, social media, and customer engagement. By doing so, they can cultivate a positive reputation and develop a loyal customer base that will positively impact their bottom line. Brand image is how customers think of a brand. It can be defined as the perception of the brand in the minds of the customers. This image develops over time. Customers form an image based on their interactions and experience with the brand. These interactions take place in many forms and do not necessarily involve the purchase or use of products and services. Brand image is the perception of the brand in the mind of the customer. It is an aggregate of beliefs, ideas, and impressions that a customer holds regarding the brand. An image is the set of beliefs, ideas, and impression that a person holds regarding an object. A simple definition of brand image could be the customer's perception of the brand based on their interactions and experience with the brand or their beliefs of what the brand could be. A brand can be perceived differently by different customers. Hence, the formation of a consistent brand image is a huge task for any business. Brand image is a set of beliefs, ideas, and impressions that a person holds about the brand. In other words, brand image is how each person views the identity, purpose, and value of brands that they interact and potentially engage with. The tricky thing about brand image is that, at the end of the day, you can't fully control how each visitor or customer will perceive your brand. That will vary from person to person. It'll depend on their own personal beliefs, ideas, and impressions, and how you tie into that equation. But what you can do is implement a brand image strategy that gives you the best possible chance of coming across the way you want to, which will ultimately increase your company's chances of success. You might hear the terms brand identity and brand image used interchangeably, but there's a difference. In simple terms, you can think of brand identity as what you're saying, and brand image as what people are hearing. Your brand identity is the combination of all of your marketing and branding efforts. Logo and tagline, aesthetic style, such as fonts, colors, and visuals, user experience and engagement, overall brand tone and personality, competitive positioning in your industry and niche, marketing materials, campaigns, and channels, customer service and support efforts. These are all things that you're creating and publishing in an effort to sculpt your brand image. And the brand image is how it all lands for your audience. In an ideal world, everything goes perfectly according to your plans. To make this happen, you'll need to do your research to make sure you're catering to the traits and needs of your audience. You'll also need to be on top of managing your own reputation. Brand image. In order to cut through the noise, you must have a robust and positive brand image. But what is the definition of brand image? Brand image is the customer's perception of your brand based on their interactions. It can evolve over time and doesn't necessarily involve a customer making a purchase or using your product or service. Since customers can have different opinions of your brand, it's important to work hard to maintain a consistent brand image. Businesses spend a lot of time curating a brand personality, voice, and brand positioning in the marketplace. It goes beyond visible elements such as having an identifying symbol, mark, logo, etc. that companies can use to distinguish themselves from rivals. All these elements of a brand contribute to the way a customer interacts with and perceives your brand, which culminates in brand image. To build a strong brand image, you'll need to start with understanding who your brand is and what it stands for. This foundational work helps you to position yourself in the market and win the hearts of your target customers. New customers and existing customers alike can benefit from brand image-based social media programs, marketing, and creating a pitch to individual consumers' interests on a large scale. Your mission, vision, and values. It's important to start with defining your mission, vision, and values, because everything your company does, and every experience you deliver, should line up with your mission and values. Inconsistency in values will hurt your brand image, so you must define your purpose before promoting your brand. In addition, not only will your values attract customers, but it will drive employee engagement as well. Mission-driven employees stay at a company longer and are more likely to be higher performers. Understanding your mission, vision, and values, and practicing what you preach, can go a long way in retaining happy, productive employees and customers. Brand positioning statement. A brand positioning statement can set you apart from the competition and tells consumers exactly how you solve a need for your target audience. To create this, research your competitors and understand what makes your brand unique. Perhaps you have a strength in an area that one of your competitors is weak in. Once you understand what makes you different, create a 1 to 2 sentence statement that communicates your unique value to your customers. This will help inform your brand image. Brand personality/brand identity. Just like a person, each brand needs a crafted personality, voice, and characteristics. Start by choosing the tone and write at least 10 attributes of your brand. You can also make a list of things your brand is and is not. Defining a brand personality and brand identity will bring consistency to your marketing and brand image. Persona market research. If you don't know who your potential customers are, you can't craft a marketing message specifically for them. First, you must research your audience and gather demographic and psychographic data on them. Then, you segment them to create 3 to 5 fictional representations of your target customers. Understanding your buyer personas and audiences is key to portraying the right image for your brand. Measure brand image. There are multiple ways you can measure brand perception and how consumers feel about your brand. There are many types of surveys companies use to monitor their brand image, but the most common is a brand perception survey. These help you understand how your brand is perceived in the mind of customers, prospects, employees, and other stakeholders. They paint a picture of the mental real estate your brand owns and how it is considered against competitive brands. The insights you gather will help you to cultivate a better business-customer relationship, which in turn improves brand image. Brand image is the general impression, perception, and associations any given customer has about a brand. The perception of a brand's image is influenced by a multitude of factors such as their prior experiences with the brand, its products/services, and how much they personally relate with the brand's identity, i.e. its visual brand elements, values, and cultural relevance in society. Strong brand identity equals positive brand image. Strong brand image important. Building a strong, uniquely recognizable brand image helps to foster closer relationships with a brand's customers and drive higher brand equity. Particularly in the digital era where competition for consumer attention is fierce, a strong brand personality that people can relate with can make all the difference in differentiating a brand from its competitors. That's why it's becoming increasingly common for organizations to hire brand managers for the purposes of establishing a brand image that has maximum appeal to its target audience, while also ensuring a brand's identity is consistently communicated across all customer touchpoints, both online and offline. Here are some common reasons why investing resources into maintaining and improving brand image is so important. Brand image is a consumer's interpretation of your company and its products and services. It takes form inside the consumer's mind based on their experiences and interactions, as well as their perception of your company's mission and values. A strong brand image can create brand recognition and encourage the formation of a loyal client base that can provide a company with profits for years to come. Brand image important. When consumers buy your product or service, they're buying what your brand stands for. A good brand image is important for a variety of reasons. A good brand image can help a company establish credibility within its industry. It requires earning the respect of consumers and competitors through quality, consistency and honesty. There are many ways that brands establish credibility, such as being honest with consumers, providing expert testimony about products or services, answering customer feedback, addressing issues quickly, comparing products and services with competitors, becoming a thought leader in the industry, protecting customers' information, focusing on quality, taking a stance on social issues. Consumers may trust brands that are more credible and open about their operations. When they perceive a brand as the most credible option in the industry, consumers may be more likely to support the brand over its competition. Makes a good impression. Making a good first impression is important, especially in business. Consumers will create an impression or brand image of your business based on factors such as messages and values communicated through your website, customer service, social media posts, and even your company logo. How consumers see your company, even on a superficial level, leaves an impression. You want all points of contact with potential customers to leave a positive impression. Increases referrals. When customers have a positive brand image of a company, they may be more likely to refer its services or products to others. Referrals are an important part of growing the brand's audience, and trusted friends and family can serve as a credible source of information for many people. Sometimes, a potential customer simply needs a positive mention from a trusted friend to decide to support a company. Creates recognition. A recognizable brand can attract new customers and establish itself as a key component of a specific industry. For example, if customers think of your brand as honest, supportive, and innovative, those are the attributes they associate with each of your products or services. They might describe the brand as honest, supportive, and innovative when discussing it with others or writing reviews. Their positive opinions about your company also make it easier to introduce new products under the same brand. The new items immediately have a good image since they're affiliated with your strong brand. Establishes professionalism. A brand's image can also help it appear professional and organized. If a brand's image is clean, consistent, and organized, customers might think the brand embodies professionalism. Along with credibility, professionalism may help customers trust the brand and create expectations for service and products. Those expectations, when met by the brand, can help increase customer confidence and potentially their loyalty to the company. Brand image. Perhaps you've caught on by now that having a strong brand image that resonates with your audience is important. I mean really important. It can be a proverbial make or break for your company's success. Here are just a few reasons why you should focus on creating or enhancing your brand image. A strong brand image improves recognition. A truly strong brand is one that's so consistent and reliable that it's recognizable from a mile away. And when you're able to grow into a recognizable brand, you're set up for many profitable years to come. A strong brand image generates referrals. A powerful brand image works like glue, binding consumers to your company, so they work with you, stay with you, and tell others about your business. A strong brand image increases revenue. A solid brand image is a direct influence on consumers' buying decisions. People want to buy from companies they recognize, like, and trust. So, if you manage to create a strong brand image, you're far more likely to make a sale. Every company strives to build a strong image as it helps in fulfilling their business motives. More profits as new customers are attracted to the brand. Easy to introduce new products under the same brand. Boosts the confidence of existing customers. Helps in retaining them. Better business-customer relationship. A company with a bad image may struggle to operate and might not be able to launch a new product under the same brand. Additionally, companies can build their brand by creating a memorable logo, tagline, or slogan that reflects their values and mission. They can also develop a unique brand personality that aligns with their target audience and distinguishes them from competitors. Consistency is crucial in brand building efforts, as all elements of the brand must be aligned and reinforce each other to create a cohesive image. Furthermore, companies must constantly monitor and adapt their brand strategy to ensure that it remains relevant and resonates with their target audience. They must also be transparent and authentic in their communications and actions, as consumers today are increasingly skeptical and demand honesty and transparency from the brands they engage with. In summary, building a strong brand is essential for long-term success and requires ongoing effort and investment. By creating a positive reputation and a loyal customer base, companies can establish a competitive advantage and achieve sustainable growth over time. Companies spend most of their time, effort, and resources in building their brand identity. They decide how their brand will look, how should the customer feel when they contact the brand, where should the brand be located in consumers' minds, and other associations. All these, when summed up, give rise to a brand personality which eventually gives rise to the brand image when the customer interacts with this brand or gets to know about it. Now, it is not always necessary that an image forms out of interactions and experience with the brand. There are times when prospective customers form an image of the brand in their mind after reading news about the brand or after watching an influencer review it. This is just like with humans. When we meet a person, we assess his personality and form a perception of him in our minds based on our interactions. Similarly, we also form perceptions when we hear about that person from some of our friends, As I mentioned above, your brand image is how your audience ultimately feels about the brand identity you've created from a marketing, advertising, and communication standpoint. So, creating a brand image is the process of building your brand strategy and sticking to it in every facet of your brand. Audience analysis and personas. Pretty much everything you do should be shaped by your audience, their needs, interests, desires, preferences, and expectations. That's why you can't skimp on market research and segmentation. Try to cover these 4 bases when it comes to getting to know your audience. Geographics, details about their home city and country, like the climate and population and how that influences purchasing habits. Demographics, personal details like age, gender, education, income level, and life stage can have a big impact on the way they shop. Psychographics, their lifestyle, interests, values, and attitudes toward different topics, which can help you better connect with them on a personal level. Behavioral, how they behave in a shopping environment, like what they're looking for, how they use these items, and where they are in the buying process. Now that you know what your customers need and want, you can develop a clear idea of what you're all about and how you can provide value to them. A value proposition is sort of like your internal mission statement and overall definition of your brand. They must focus on crafting a unique brand identity that reflects their values and connects with their target audience. Consistency is key, and they must constantly adapt their brand strategy to remain relevant and resonate with their audience. They must also be transparent, authentic, and honest in their communications and actions, as consumers demand these qualities from the brands they engage with. By building a strong brand, companies can establish a competitive advantage and achieve sustainable growth over time. Additionally, they should prioritize customer experience, as it is essential for building brand loyalty and advocacy. This includes providing excellent customer service, responding to feedback, and continuously improving their offerings to meet customer needs. Another critical aspect of branding is differentiation. Successful brands create a unique value proposition that sets them apart from their competitors and gives consumers a reason to choose them over others. This could be based on product quality, customer service, pricing, or other factors that resonate with their target audience. Finally, brands must be nimble and adaptable to change. The marketplace and consumer preferences evolve rapidly, and brands must be able to pivot quickly and effectively to stay competitive. This requires a willingness to experiment, take risks, and embrace innovation. In summary, a successful brand strategy requires a deep understanding of the target audience, a focus on creating a unique brand identity, prioritizing customer experience, differentiation, and adaptability. By investing in these areas, companies can build a strong and sustainable brand that delivers long-term value to their customers and stakeholders. Thank you for watching the video and subscribe the channel.